Hi, I'd just like to give you a demonstration of WPMasterClone Pro version. Now in this demo I'll give you a quick overview of all the features and how easy it is to use. First thing to notice is we've got tooltips on the important boxes, so if you take a minute to hover your mouse over the different tooltips, then that'll familiarise yourself with the different functions. Okay, when you load it up, you can actually just fill in your WordPress admin details for the source site you want to copy, clone, and also the one for the destination site. Something to note, the destination site must be installed with a blank WordPress. And then the source site is cloned over to the blank WordPress. If you haven't got a blank WordPress installed on your destination site, then the clone will not work. Okay, so let's have a look. So we've got your WordPress admin URL there. You can leave the HTTP in or out and the www in or out. www, that's up to you. Then you got your WordPress admin username for the source in that one, and the destination admin username in that one, and your passwords for the same. Okay, so these settings now, skip files larger. So if you look there, basically that box will enable you to skip files larger than a certain amount of megabytes. That can be handy if you've got big files that you don't want to copy. If not, you can leave it blank. Now we've got another one there, max mem limit. Now that's actually a host setting. Some hosts allow you to override the maximum memory that a script's allowed to use. If your host allows you to do that, then you can type numbers into this box in megabytes, just the numbers, and that'll do that for you. If you can't, if it doesn't change, then that's a host limitation and not the software. And the same with max execution time. That's how long the script can actually execute for. If your host allows you to override it, you can type in numbers there and it'll let you raise the limits. Now we've got these options here. They're quite self-explanatory. We've got backup database only if you just want to back up the database. We've got alternate zip method. This will actually back up extra tables, not just your WordPress tables in your database if you need to. And then you've got ignore database prefix table. You can turn on or off. These are what we've got set in as standard. And then you've got use WPB to backup database. And you've got restore MySQL connection during restore. If you've got large sites, it's quite handy to tick that. Okay, and then you can just go ahead and click clone. That'll then go and clone your site. It'll take a few minutes. You'll get status messages at the bottom when you do it. I'm not going to go through that now. It's in one of the earlier overviews if you want to actually see it running. Okay, I'm just going over the features in this video. So next we're on to the install WordPress. Now install WordPress. This will install WordPress via cPanel onto your site, preferably your destination site. Okay, now if this relies, it's a good idea to read this text here, this relies on what we call cPanel add-ons, which most hosts have installed, and if not, you can install it in WHM. If it's not installed when you go to run this bit, then it'll actually pop up a little box and it'll tell you. If you look at our knowledge base, articles and licensing emails, you'll also see links to videos in the client area which shows you how to install this if you're going to install it yourself. But like I said, most decent hosts have got all this set up already, and if not, ask your server admin to install cPanel add-ons on WordPress for you, and they should do that for you no problem. So that's as simple as filling in your cPanel details. So you've got your cPanel details including your port there, and then you've got your cPanel username, cPanel password, and then you've got WordPress username, WordPress password. If I delete them, you'll be able to see them too. And that's your WordPress table, WordPress email, title and description. So that's quite self-explanatory too. It installs on our tests in just under a minute. Obviously the speed will differ depending on your bandwidth and also depending on your computer speed. Okay, so next on to the Pro Clone mode. Pro Clone mode. This is for larger sites. Now you've got a few different options here. Again, you put in your source WP admin details. If you delete these boxes, then you'll see what needs to go there. Or you won't need to delete them because they'll be blank if you won't have entered your details. And then here is your FTP. So you put in your FTP username, FTP address, FTP username, FTP password, and your FTP port. We've got buttons here that you can actually press to test the FTP. As you can see there, it tested. It said destination FTP test OK. That tests the connection to your FTP. You can do it on the source and the destination. If anything happens it doesn't connect, please don't submit a support ticket, because it will not be a software problem. The problem will be either your server or your firewall. So that's for you to sort out on your own local PC to get your FTP connection working, because that's outside the scope of our support. Okay, so you enter, for larger sites, you enter your source FTP details, destination site FTP details, WordPress admin details for both source and destination. You can pick your folder you want to clone to or from, and then you've got your different options. Clean up database will actually clean up lots of things there, like drafts, orphan files, revisions, pingbacks, trackbacks, trash comments, deleted posts, spam comments, etc. Okay, so you've got clone only, so you can actually make a clone of the site to restore at a later date, and that will save it in a project file and project folder. You've got restore only, so then you can restore one of your previous clones at a later date. And then you've got clone and restore, and that basically will just clone and restore in one go. Let me tell you, this does not take it's not done in a few minutes. Websites can be large, data can be huge. It's basically backing up your data and your database down to your local computer, and then it's changing everything it's got to change, and then it's uploading it back to your server. So don't expect it to be done in a couple of minutes. It does take a while, depending on the site. It can take a long time. It's very reliable. You've got full status messages at the bottom. And should you run into any problems, then you can click the support tab here. That'll take you to our support site where you can register for an account before you put a ticket in, or if you've already got an account, then you can log in and submit a ticket should you need to. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to submit a support ticket and let us know. Thank you for watching.